Hello once again, everyone, and welcome back to Cruising Sanctuary, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, and the newest patch, patch 6.3, Gods Revel, Lands Tremble. Last episode, we got the gang back together, and for some unknown reason, Vritra was able to feel the presence of Ajdaya far to the north, though, and not just in the void. So, a lot of things to do, and we've got places to be, and snow to look forward to. Alright, let's speak with Estinien and continue the quest Sorry. Here we go.
By all accounts, Ajdaya is Golbez's prisoner. Yet, if she was in the source, it could be that she managed to escape from the void, if only for a fleeting moment. But that is mere conjecture. If we want the truth, then we must go and find it. Come, let us make for Tertium. Our friends are waiting.
Are we teleporting there? We could have ported ourselves, really. I've got over 100,000 gil. You didn't need to port me here. Alright. Back to Estinien.
Any moment now.
My friends, 'tis good to see you again.
There's our favorite twins.
And you. I was worried that the cold wouldn't agree with you, but you're both looking quite well.
And in matching
You
outfits.
get used to it. It helps that there's no shortage of fuel and heaters like before.
Glad to hear it. Have you been working in Garlemald all this time?
We have. Though the worst is behind them, the people still have a long road ahead. They've taken steps towards forming an interim government, but it will be some time before any large-scale reconstruction effort can be carried out in earnest.
So we'll keep doing what we can until they can finally stand on their own. A lot of Garleans wanted nothing to do with us, but they're starting to come round. Slowly, but surely.
Well, that's good. Sounds like quite the undertaking.
Indeed, it has not been easy. But we've been able to make progress thanks to the cooperation of like-minded souls. The allied nations continue to send supplies, which allow us to meet basic needs such as food and shelter.
Good.
Meanwhile, Euless and a number of soldiers have begun a restoration initiative, with more and more volunteers joining by the day.
Like Alphino said, they've got a long road ahead of them. But we'll get there together, one step at a time.
Though you yourself helped them take one especially big step, didn't you? In vanquishing that blasphemy in the Tower of Babel? Thank you. I can only hope that your deed will help the people to find peace and closure.
Yep.
But
No,
enough
they're
about events here. What brings you to us? And with new
Rewind.
company besides.
Before we even progress there, let's rewind a little bit. If you'll recall the role action quest lines, I think that was what he was referring to. Because I don't really consider Anima as a blasphemy. He was more of a primal, right? Yeah. Alright.
This may take rather a long time to explain, but bear with me.
Here we go.
13th? After traveling to the edge of existence, I thought you'd keep your escapades closer to home for a while.
Yeah, no.
But I suppose there's no stopping you. Not that I'm one to talk, of course.
The heart of an adventurer cannot be denied.
Got that
You
right.
could have at least invited me, too. Surely there was room enough for me and Grahar in the Undersea Vault.
Yeah, but you had your own stuff. I thought you were busy.
I know, I know. I only meant to tease. Mostly.
She has such a little girl. My God, she has such a little crush on us. And she has no reason to have it.
But on a more serious note, are we sure it's wise to keep Xenos' former avatar around? I understand how you came to work together, but nevertheless...
You're right to be cautious. I'm a void sent, after all. But do not conflate me with Xenos. To recall my time in his service, it angers me.
Works for us.
Is that so? I think we'll get along just fine, you and I.
Now that we are all caught up, to the matter at hand. As we were about to resume our search in the void, I felt the presence of my sister Ajdaya in the source. Somewhere in the far north, perhaps even here in Galmald. If you have seen or heard anything out of the ordinary, I must know.
As a matter of fact, we may have.
Here we go.
In recent days, we have had to contend with a surprising number of voidsent. And not the lesser kind that occasionally manifest, but ones possessed of considerable power.
You think they might have been summoned? By whom?
We're not sure. But as Euless reminded us, practitioners of a certain traditional Garlean art rely upon void-sent servants.
Yep. Reaper.
The very same I believe you have mastered.
Yep. I have mastered the art of the Reaper. I'm just not showing it off because I like being a gunbreaker main.
While there are no known Reapers left in Garlemald, we can't rule out the possibility that some are working in secret.
To summon not one, but several powerful voidsent is no small feat. But if Ajdaya was indeed called from the void...
Then it is likely the same party is responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Alternatively, the etheric confluence at the Tower of Babel may have triggered an expansion of natural fissures one could use to cross over. But I think that improbable, if not impossible.
And we must assume these events have indeed been orchestrated.
Yep.
Well, summoned or no, we've been trying to track them to their origin. It's the mountains to the east, we think.
Can you guide us there?
I would, but the terrain is too difficult to traverse on foot. Nor is flying an option due to the winds.
Too much ground to cover in any case. Is there no way to narrow it down?
There is one place we thought to look first. An isolated village rumored to have once been home to a Reaper order.
Oh, yeah?
That would indeed make an excellent start. Though the question of how to get there remains.
Euless may be of assistance. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass and consult him.
why didn't we just, meet up there? Why do we have to stop here in Tertium if we were just gonna go to Camp Broken Glass to begin with? We could have rendezvoused there. But, whatever. Alright. Off to... Where am I going? Oh, that's right. Opus, Labyrinthos. Oh, right. Garlemald is here. Camp Broken Glass. Oh, yeah, I'm not... Alright, where is he? There he is. Yolas, good to see you. Oh, Chris, what a welcome surprise. And I see you're traveling with a large crew as usual. Not to suggest that it's an inconvenience for us. We'd be happy to share our supplies with you and your allies should you require any. Apologies if we interrupt, Euless, but there is a matter we wish to discuss. We've just finished our routine briefing, so you come at a good time. Is this about the Void Scent? It is. From what we can discern, they're coming from the mountains to the east. Practitioners of the Reaper arts once lived in that area, did they not? Yes, they had a village there in Lapis Manalis, in the Lapis Manalis caverns. The Scythe wielders forged pacts with Voidsend and took to battle with the beings at their side. For a time, they played an invaluable role in our military, but the advent of Magitech saw them fall out of favor. And when some were unmasked as insurrectionists, the order was outlawed. The village is believed to be long abandoned. Speaking of their art, it seems you picked it up. Who was it that taught you? Well, I suppose it's neither here nor there now. My sister has been taken captive by Voidsent. I sensed her presence in this land, and have come in search of her. If Voidsent have been sighted here, then I believe there is a connection. We should like to investigate these caverns you mentioned, but Alphino tells us they are not easily reached. I'm afraid so. Deep snow and tumultuous winds rule out walking and flying. If you want to get anywhere, you're going to need a Magitech snowcraft. Alas, the last remaining functional one we had has broken down. Should still be over in Cerulean Engines, where it was abandoned. Is there anyone who can fix it? Perhaps the former engineers at Tapper's Den. Their duty included transporting ceruleum tanks to Jotuna Platform G during using snowcraft. I expect they had to maintain a few over the years. That's worth looking into, I'd say. In the course of delivering provisions, I've come to know the people there quite well. If they can help us, I'm sure they will. May I ask you to accompany her? Given the presence of Voidsend, it's best that we avoid traveling alone. In the meantime, will you not tell me more about the mountain? I would like to learn as much as I can before commencing our search in earnest. Come with me. I'll introduce you to someone who's well versed in the local geography. Alice, was it? I wish to speak with you. In that case, why don't you come with us to Tapper's Den? We can chat on the way. And we go our separate ways. As always. Alright, time to do a little bit of flying. Oh, where am I going? Come on, fly automatically. There we go. Oh. I should have just used the, I should have just driven.
What was it you wished to talk about?
Here we go.
Why do you help these people? What is it that you stand to gain?
I'm sorry?
I knew this was coming.
You don't act on behalf of a higher power, nor are you bound by a contract. In spite of this, you help them. Why?
And there I thought it was something serious. I help them because I want to. Because it's the right thing to do.
Yep.
But what do you stand to gain? You didn't answer the question.
A better world? Maybe?
Didn't I? I followed my heart. What I got out of it came after. Was there anything else? If not, let's keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Right. To act not out of obligation or in pursuit of gain. To simply live. And they survive like this.
Yep. That's how we live. You coming or what? Okay, we didn't go that far. We should get back to it, but before we do... Are you alright, Zero? Did I say something that confused or upset you? No. I'm simply trying to understand your perspective. If you wish to continue, I am ready and able. Well, that's a relief. This isn't the sort of place you want to mull over things. It's not much farther to Tapper's Den. I doubt we'll have much trouble finding an engineer when we arrive, so let's speak with the first one we spot. Alright. Oh wait, I need my Fenrir mount. Alright. Let's see. Alright, where's that engineer? There it is. Wait! I know you! You're the one who robbed up the guards! After you left, your contingent friends came along. Our lives are a lot easier now thanks to them. They understood our plight. Oh, whoops, I missed that. They understood our plight and offered to help, whether we wanted to stay here or return home. For that, we're truly grateful. We're grateful to you too, Alice. The trip across the lake is hardly pleasant, but you make it all the same to bring us provisions.
Oh, don't mention it. We're just glad we can help. That said, we were actually hoping to ask a favor of you today. We need a Magitech snowcraft repaired. The one abandoned in Cerulean Ingens. We were told you might be up to the task.
Ah, so you want to ride the mammoth? That's what we took to calling the crafts on account of their size. As often as I use them on rigs, I know a thing or two about their maintenance. I'll see if I can get your mammoth roaring again. It's the least I can do to repay your kindness.
Wonderful! Please come with us back to Camp Broken Glass and we'll take it from there. So far so good, Chris. Let's be on our way.
Alright, back to Broken Glass. Alright, where are we going? Oh, back here. Hello, Alphino.
Welcome back. I presume this is the engineer who will help us with the craft.
I'll do everything I can to get her up and running again. But I doubt I'll be able to do so quickly. At least on my own. The mammoth is big and so are its parts. Some strong backs should make the work go faster. You have ours.
You finished learning about the mountain, I take it? Aye. We have a solid grasp of that area, as well as the site of the snowcraft. My back is perhaps not as strong as some, but I should be glad to stand guard for Voidsend and other unruly wildlife.
Much obliged, miss. Then let's head over to the mammoth and assess what needs fixing.
They have matters here well in hand, which means we can resume our duties. Would you care to assist us, Chris?
Well, as long as it's not a whole range of fetch quests.
How about you, Zero? I will assist you as well, as payment for answering my question. It's hardly something that demands payment, but we'd be glad for your contribution nonetheless.
Alright. Alphino has been added to our unending... Alphino and Alice have been added to our unending codex, as well as the Garlean Empire, Magitech... Where's my collection? There it is. Alright. Xenos. And Daniel, the Ascians, Asm's Crystal. Well, did I miss a few things or something? Maybe. Maybe I should add this to the I mean, I still got a few free slots left, so... yeah, I'll think about it later. Okay. You know what? Let's take a quick break. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned for more. I'm not going to go into my whole spiel, but if you're watching on YouTube, here are the links provided to do what you need to do. We'll see you in a bit.